Well, I sure hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday. Hey everyone, have a rotten day here. You guys know I normally don't like getting on camera outside of my purple overalls and funny accent, and I would rather just be keeping the ball rolling on having fun if I even post. I've lately just been kind of doing my own thing, living my own life. But this is something that I need to take all that off and talk to you one-on-one about something serious. There is a scab in the Mario cosplay community, one that's been here even before I showed up. I showed up a little less than 3 years ago. This person is not necessarily big in the cosplay community. His numbers are actually pretty mediocre, but he makes himself important in the community because he invites himself, he applies to be a guest at conventions, he sends emails trying to be a sponsor for ads on TikTok, and because of that, he's become a little inescapable, and everyone is getting tired of his actions and are going to call him out now. This is BoxOfProps, also known as Ross Martinez. You know him as the Mario, the silver metal Mario, that took off its 3D printed head and screamed at the top of its lungs in the middle of a live stream.
Thank you so much for sharing the live. Woohoo! Okay, chat, I'm gonna release my demons really quick because I have to take off my helmet. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, thank you so much.
Laying claim to fame, but like I said, he keeps inviting himself to conventions and things like that, while also treating everyone in the community like absolute garbage. The Mario cosplay community has done something that no other community that I've seen has done in a while, and that's they banded together and they're actually giving this guy the boot. They are pushing him out the door, saying, "We are tired of your attitude. So long, bye-bye, see you later." And I couldn't be more proud about that. There are several creators that are making videos calling out BoxOfProps for his crappy actions, and this is one of them. I had an altercation with BoxOfProps about a year and a half, 2 ago, something like that. I really haven't talked to the guy very much at all. But he was in a very toxic relationship with another cosplayer that's unimportant and is not going to be mentioned. It was a very sticky situation, so I saw myself out. Fast forward to several months into the future, when I get a message from another friend in the cosplay community who I will remain nameless, because if they want to share their testimony, they're more than willing to, telling me that BoxOfProps has been basically throwing his drama onto them all convention that they were at. They were constantly, like, being bombarded with all this crap that BoxOfProps was putting them through because BoxOfProps had some beef with a vendor at the convention. It was a 3D printed cosplay vendor that BoxOfProps apparently commissioned a while back, and they had an altercation because Ross doesn't know how to behave with other people, and so the person dropped the commission he was doing. Ross felt he was earned a refund and wanted a full refund. The vendor was trying to get away and walk away because they didn't want to do this in public or be anywhere near the situation. Ross decided to then grab their cosplay and tear it, trying to pull them back in. He then quickly left the convention, completely, absolutely ditched the convention, went back to his hotel room, changed into another cosplay, and came back undercover while cosplay convention security was trying to find BoxOfProps and remove him from the convention. This is the kind of person we are dealing with. There are several testimonies that are being put on a Google Drive, made to the public for everyone right now, of BoxOfProps being misogynistic, being racist, being very judgmental of everybody and anything, super egotistical, flirtatious to any female-style cosplayer you can think of, including some that are, in his own words, legal in some states. That is what he said on his recent Instagram. Now, if you, for some reason, watch BoxOfProps, he recently made a video saying, this Instagram was not me, it was fake, da-da-da-da-da. Someone's pretending to be me.
I'm having to do this video in this outfit, but it's been brought to my attention that there has been a fake Instagram account pretending to be me. And the claims that they're making are just completely false and defamatory.
First of all, you're not that important to fake. Second of all, the fake Instagram account was sending messages to people saying, hey, I had to make a new account because my ex-wife found this account and was threatening to release DMs of me talking to younger people flirtatiously. And while you can say that's a baseless claim, a lot of people since then, because that's a very serious topic, have done their digging. And frankly, no, that lines up with a lot of testimonies people get about what has happened with you. So, yeah, that's a lie. He absolutely did do that, and we have several things that correlate those allegations and screenshots. The thing is, BoxOfProps will immediately counter this by saying, well, where's the proof? First of all, even if there wasn't proof, you have several stories with proof that confirm you are a piece of garbage. Secondly, the reason why BoxOfProps takes this high ground and says, oh, they don't have proof, da-da-da-da-da, is because 9 times out of 10, people get the proof, but the people who have the proof don't want to be involved and ask people to respect their wishes so they won't be a part of the situation. So even if you could just throw out the fact that BoxOfProps has DM'd younger cosplayers that are, in his own words, legal in some states, flirtatiously, regardless of any of that, there's still several testimonies of proof that he is this horrible, rancid person that should not be in a community. And so people are making call-out videos to draw attention to this so that hopefully BoxOfProps will be dropped from conventions, will be dropped from sponsors, will not be given this kind of work, so that he can go be behind a register or somewhere where he's not so influential to other people when he doesn't know how to act with that sort of stance on things. So this message is for the Mario cosplay community. If you have a story about BoxOfProps, preferably with receipts, you should be able to tell people about your horrible experience with this person, because people need to be made aware of the kind of person BoxOfProps is. My recommendation is to also use the hashtag BoxOfProps, so that way when people search this user, hopefully the first thing they will see is a video showing the type of person Ross is. All we want is for BoxOfProps to not have a platform. Plain and simple. He does not need a platform. He does not know how to act with a platform, so he needs it taken away. Other than that, I don't care what happens to BoxOfProps. All that matters is he is not in this community. And at the same time, on the other side of this situation, I just want to say I am extremely proud of the Mario cosplay community, because most cosplay communities, most communities in general, would want to sweep this under the rug, ignore it, things like that, because nobody wants to be in drama. But when it's something that goes on for this long, the fact that you guys laced up your boots, stood up for yourselves, and said, no, we've had enough, we're tired of this horrible person, and we want him gone, that takes guts, and I respect that. And I appreciate that a lot of people in the community have been coming to me about these situations, even though I've not been active, just because they consider me some kind of bigwig, and the fact that they feel like I can help them. And while nobody likes to be involved in these situations, I would be more than happy to help you guys however I can. Because when I'm in the position that I'm in, I want to make this place safe for everybody. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate everything you guys have done. I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you. If you take anything away from this, do not interact with BoxOfProps. Do not let him try to spin this situation in any other way than it is, and that's that several people have several stacks of evidence of him being a terrible person, and they want him to go away. That's what it should be. That's what it's going to be. So, BoxOfProps, get off the internet. Thank you guys. Have a rotten day.